I don't know if you know this experiment that took place in Stanford in 1971. It's a psychological experiment where there were taken 20 volunteers and half portrayed the role of guards and half portrayed the role of convicts. And what happened actually is that people got into those roles, and without any need, there was rape there and other things, meaning that they got into their roles, of course. And that experiment made a lot of noise. On the sixth day, I think they ended it because it really went wild. Of course. So, the main principle here is that if on a governmental level something is being supported, then many things they appear to be normal and people start acting according to their position. If you're a minister, if you're a president, you start acting accordingly, of course. So the influence of the environment in this case, there isn't any direct influence of the environment. They weren't really convicts, but they played it. How is a person brought up? He plays a grown-up. He takes an example, and that game turns him into a grown-up. And if he doesn't have a model of a grown-up before him and he doesn't play it, he stays a child. If you go to some, I don't know, remote place in Africa or someplace, you'll find there are people who are grown-ups, but they're as naive as children, actually. Well, the influence of the environment, it's not necessarily direct, where people have to necessarily surround you. What are the principles of the game, the conditions of the game? Everything is determined by the influence of the environment. What are you trying to pull here? What difference does it make what kind of environment it is? Any environment influences a person. If it's closer, tighter, it influences him more strongly. If it's stronger, more immense, if there are large quantities of people, then it's even stronger. It has an even stronger influence. So on. It's natural. A person, he's a nobody. But in Kabbalah, there's an entirely different influence. Suppose many people, they have the same thoughts, same everything, but they're thousands of miles away from the center. They're under our influence. They want to be together with us. They selectively chose for themselves the environment, the surrounding from or by which they want to be influenced, and thus they change with us accordingly. Of course, that is how it happens. And afterwards, we meet our friends. There was a friend from China here. And so what? What difference does it make that he lives among a billion other people? He's with us. Well, look, Kabbalah, it's an ancient wisdom, but it was unfolded recently, and many are afraid of it and consider it to be brainwashing. So what? Time has to go by. You yourself say it's an ancient wisdom that's unfolding now. It takes time, adaptation. Can't do anything. What can a person simply leap into the 21st century? Most of humanity, do you know where they are? In slavery, feudalism, in a preliminary structure. It's only called so that they drive around in their cars, go to restaurants, clubs, and work in contemporary firms. In their inner essence, these are ancient people. They bow to different, as if forces. They believe in superstition. They wear red strings, and so on. They believe in the government, that it's almighty. It's also actually out of date, past its time, that they're smarter or something, that they can, that they're capable. And in general, people believe in God, meaning in some higher entity, higher force that can change according to, how to say, in correspondence with their requests, their desires. They think that they have good intentions and that it's possible to somehow control them. Meaning, people, they're very primitive, but all have their own opinion. They like to speak out their opinion. That also says about their petty, little, primitive egoism. It also speaks about that. A developed person understands who he is, understands his limitedness, can agree with others, or hold on to his own opinion, convincing, showing, not simply being stubborn about it. Look at those leading the world. Look at those governing the financial systems, industry, commerce. Simply take a look. What stands at the head of society? Even look at those same scientists. What's in their heads? What is it all done for? In order to become famous, to sell your goods for a better price. And that's how it is with everyone. Some world championship is on, and that's it. The world comes to a stop. Like in ancient wild Greece, the Olympic Games started, the war stopped. Olympic Games were over, once again they started killing each other. It's a look at man's attitude. Either we play or kill each other. We play this or we play that. So, what are you talking about? What humanity can you speak about? Of course, it needs adaptation to Kabbalah. It includes everything, coming out to a different level of reality, where a person himself elevates himself to a different level of perception of reality. That's non-simple. There's not even a need for it.